to the channel, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. So we just got back from the Indy airstrip attack presented by Shift Sector 1320 Video, the Indiana Corn Council, and many others. Everybody's probably wondering what happened with the Civic. If you were watching the live feed, you saw that I only made 3 passes. So quick video to kind of go over what happened on its first outing in 3 years. And honestly, I'm very, very happy with how the car worked. I did have problems, but the 3 passes I got, the car goes perfectly straight. I can put more power down per gear than I've ever been able to. The switch to the Pro drag radial from the Pro bracket was definitely a good one. All of the other chassis stuff seems to be doing what I wanted it to. We'll have that in a future episode, but instead of getting into the specifics of that stuff, let's talk about the problems. So we started Saturday. I went out on 12 or 13 pounds. It's been 3 years since I made a pull, so I was a little nervous. I lifted right before the flags, not much, but it ran 161. Normally 13 pounds, it'll run 169, 170. So I felt pretty good about that. We turned it up the next pass, and it was awesome first, second, third. Go to pull fourth, there is no fourth gear. Crap. So figure perfect time to test the parachute since it's new. Hit the parachute. It was like 130 something mile an hour pass. Parachute, I didn't even know it was there. So the land speed chute, definite improvement over a drag chute in this type of racing. Didn't have any problem stopping either. So I get to the end, put the chute in the car. Notice I have all neutrals. Cool. So I force it into first. Now it won't come out of first, but I make it back to the pits. There's a few other things going on, some squeaks and creaks and strange noises. So we spent some time checking that out. We had lunch. Decided that, hey, we brought a spare trans for this exact reason. We didn't know how this was going to work. Drained the gear oil. There is no metal in it. There was no metal on the magnet. I don't think the gearbox itself failed. I think what happened, it was probably a shift selector. The car and parts just got back this morning, so we haven't had a time to tear into it. But just going from the gear oil, I think it's probably something stupid. So fast forward to Sunday, we get everything finished Saturday night, and then there was a little bit of stuff we had to do Sunday morning. Go out, make a hit, click fifth. It acted like it just blew through the gear, and so I abort, hit the chute again, another 161 mile an hour pass. But this one, I'm putting down 14 pounds in second. I'm putting down 18 or 19 in third. And then it should have been 25 in fourth. The reason I say it that way is another problem I had, and why I'm not going to get into what I think the car was doing specifically, is the data logger wasn't working, and I could not get it to work all weekend. First time ever that it's let me down. So the USB thumb drive went bad or something happened. I'm not really sure. But get back to the pits. On the way there, I test all the gears. Fifth is still there, so that's weird. Huh. Crazy. Get into the pits. Car's a little hot. It's like 210. Not terrible. It has oil everywhere. It never pushes a drop. So start pulling plugs. There's a little bit of speckle on the plugs. It's not smoking. It doesn't skip. It doesn't huff at idle. But just because whatever was going on, I wasn't sure what it was. I wasn't going to keep pushing it and potentially have problems. So we elected to do a car show impromptu and just pop the hood and make it look pretty. So that was Indy. So I did bore scope everything this evening. Looks good. A little bit wet in the cylinders, but not crazy. I think that it's probably okay. So I'm going to do a compression test in the morning, and we'll start to get ready for Texas. That's kind of the plan. If I have to build another motor between now and then, I guess that's what it's going to be. We'll put it on the dyno. I'll do some 4 or 5 shifts, make sure the data logger is working, and that's kind of the plan. So the anecdotal evidence would tend to suggest that instead of being able to average around 2,850 foot-pounds axle torque or pound-feet axle torque where I was, this was 3,250, which is a substantial increase. And the short track definitely seemed to make it feel that way. All I have to go off is I put the slip percentage on the dash so I could watch it, and made it a big, huge number so that I could drive and watch what was going on at least a little bit. I never saw more than 5%, so that's kind of how I use that to come up with the numbers. It's not scientific, I'm not sticking to it, but it's rough enough estimate that I can kind of figure out where I was based on the boost and boost targets. So anyway, that pretty much sums it up. We're going to have another video shortly. We're going to go back to specifics of combustion stability. Got some interesting dyno sheets, so that'll be up after this. Thanks, guys. Take care.